mission is to tell it straight.
All right, today, hey, we're gonna work on pounding the ball and working on really developing control over the ball. Think of it this way: the harder you pound the ball, the quicker it gets back up to your hand, okay? So to have more control and feel over the ball, you want the ball in your hand more than not. So if you're dribbling and they're weak dribbles, you don't have control. The more it's in your hand, you can move the ball, manipulate it, and you can have it on a string quicker. The other important piece of pounding the ball and having really good control is if you pound the ball correctly, you get it back up to your hand fast, now you're gonna be a much better shooter off the dribble and be able to get your shot off quicker off the dribble. The third reason is if I got the ball here and say I wanna go in between the legs or whatever, and it's a weak little dribble, well now maybe my body has to reach over and kind of grab the ball, whereas really if I do it correctly, I can just pound it and not have to just drop and totally manipulate my body. I can just boom, just pound it up to the next hand, and you're just a lot quicker, and each move that you do is just gonna be much more efficient. So having said that, here's a big focus before we even get into the drills on how to properly pound the ball. There's two big keys. Number one, your wrist needs to go down into the ground. Key two, your elbow needs to go down into the ground. So really you could just think wrist and elbow, boom, I'm just like throwing the ball to the ground, okay? You can also think about putting a dent in the floor. Like if I'm dribbling out here, I'm like killing a bug or something, I'm like really pounding the ball. So again, wrist and elbow, down, 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 just extending it all the way down to the floor. The next thing is, do not be cool. If someone's watching you, your mom, your dad, your brother, whatever, and they're watching you and you're messing up and they're making fun of you, the joke's on them because you're actually the one getting better. So no one really cares if you mess up. In fact, if you don't mess up a little bit, you're probably not going hard enough. Having said that, let's get into the drills. The first one is just getting really good at getting a good hard pound. So drill one is, I'm gonna call these hip pounds. You're gonna pound as hard as you can to the hip. You're gonna do 20. They look like this: chest up, chin up, get in that defensive stance before you do every single drill. Again, chest up, chin up, defensive stance. Now we're ready. Drill one, hip pounds. I'm here, I'm just pounding as hard as I can, do 20. Drill two, same exact thing. Now go left hand. Boom, I'm pound, pound, pound. I'm pounding, I'm going 20. Drill three, I'm now gonna go 2 hip, 2 head. 2 hip, 2 head. So now I'm going even more exaggeration. So now I'm going hip, hip, head, head, hip, hip, head, head, hip, hip. And the way you count these is this. That's 1 rep. That's 2 reps. So drill 2 is hip, hip, head, head. You're gonna do 10 right, hip, hip, head, head, 10 left. So that's 4 drills already. Drill 5, you're now gonna go 2 hard pound hip dribbles. So hip dribble, hip, hip, cross. Hip, hip, cross. Hip, hip, cross. You're gonna do 10. So that's 1 rep. 2 reps. Do 10. Once you're done with 10, drill 6, hip, hip, in between. 10. Once you're done with 10, hip, hip, behind. The next drill is gonna be this. If you have a cone, use it. If you don't, find like a line in your driveway or whatever you can use. But now we're gonna work on pounding it to the side of an object or a line. So in this scenario, I got a cone right in front of me. I'm gonna call this over dribbling. So I'm gonna pound it on this side. I'm gonna bring it over the cone, then back over to the cone. So I'm here, I'm gonna go right of the cone, left of the cone, and I'm just gonna keep repeating. Call it the over pound dribble series, okay? So again, chest up, chin up, eyes up, defensive stance. I'm here, I'm gonna count out the reps for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're gonna do 20 of those. When you're done with 20, now over, ball in your left hand. 1, 2, 3. You're working on dribbling, pounding the ball hard at different and weird angles without going over here and then carrying the ball back. Your hand is just over top the entire time. The next thing I want to do, the next drill in this is going to be over any live ball move. So think pound, 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 any move. Pound, 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 any move. I'm going to show you half speed. Pound, 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 any move. Once it gets to this hand, you're going to repeat the same steps, but now from this side. Pound, 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 any move. Pound, pound, pound. pound, any move. That's 1 rep. Pound, 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 2, pound, 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 3. On these, you're gonna do 10. The last thing we're gonna do, we're now gonna get a cone, and you're gonna go on the left side to begin. I'm gonna call this back and front pound dribbling. So I'm gonna go to the left side of this cone, I'm gonna dribble behind the cone, then over in front of the cone, and then repeat. So I'm here, and behind, in front, behind, in front, behind, in front. All while it's a hard pound. You're gonna do 20 of these. So this right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. When you're done with 20, now get on the right side of the cone, repeat it with your left hand. So now I'm here, 1, 2, 3, do 20. 2 more drills left. You're now gonna go on the left side of the cone like you were before. Now you're gonna go behind, in front, double move, behind, in front, double move. Boom, boom, double move. Boom, boom, double move. Boom, boom, double move. So again, if I'm here, boom, boom, double move, that's 1. 2 reps. 3 reps. Do 10. You're then gonna do the same thing on this side. Behind, in front, double move. Behind, in front, double move. Behind, in front, double move. And keep going until you do 10 reps. On the double move, it can be any move you want, as long as it's 2 of them, and you get it back to that same hand where you started from. All these drills I just gave you are great ways to not only work on controlling and pounding the ball, but then working on controlling and pounding it now at different angles. Some to the side, some back. Then towards the end, you gotta think a little bit like, okay, back and forth, double move, repeat. Just like a game, sometimes things get sped up. Can you keep handling the ball while you're thinking about doing the drill the correct way?